Hello and good morning, all. My name is Vishal Manucha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Welcome back to our live session. Our office is based in Brampton and in Calgary. We are also available in Alberta, in Calgary. We do have two offices in India. One is in Karnal, the other one is in Kushetra. Welcome back to our live session. In this session, we're going to discuss about the last 1 week update from IRCC and all the other province regarding any of the immigration related update, and then definitely we will have time for question and answer session. You can put in your question, whatever you have in your mind regarding to immigration, into our comment section here, and I'll be happy to answer them for you here live. So welcome all, and thanks for joining again. These events like this is happening every Friday. I do come live at 11 a.m. from Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 right now in India right now. So we do have this session every Friday. So let your friends, your family, anybody who is in trouble, who is looking for an immigration advice, to visit this session, to attend this session live, and definitely they can ask the question directly to me, and I will be happy to answer them as much as possible. I try to answer most of the questions being posted in the comment section. But if we do miss any, definitely you can contact our offices, which are based in Brampton and in Alberta, in Calgary and India, in Karnal and Kushetra. So yes, welcome back to our live session. And yes, I hope it's going to be another live interactive session where a lot of questions will be asked, and definitely I'll be happy to answer them for you. This week, there have been few updates, not very major ones for this week because there was no express entry draw this week. So yes, there were no express entry draw this week, so we will not be discussing any excitement about the express entry draws, but we'll just give you a brief about the last draw. The last draw, the score went high to 404, and the number of ITF did drop to 3,000. But that was a last week draw. This week, there's no draw. Obviously, it's happening after every bye week. So bi-weekly, the draws are being held by IRCC. So this, can expect another draw to happen next week or next Thursday most probably, because what we have noticed recently is the draws are happening every fortnightly on Thursdays now, which were usually on Wednesdays of every fortnight. But yes, now it has changed. It looks like on Wednesday now we have express entry provincial nominees draw, and then on Thursday we have express entry draw. But yes, even the last draw was a Canadian Experience Class draw, so still no federal skill draw been held in 2021, and we are almost in the end of or middle of August now, so almost 8 months roughly passed by, and no federal skilled worker draw has been held, which is disappointing for a lot of definitely clients who are looking to immigrate from other part of the world. But unfortunately, the express entry in 2021, there has been no draw which has invited people for federal skilled worker class from abroad. So that has been unfortunate for a lot of clients. They are disappointed. We get a lot of inquiries, a lot of calls about it. But yes, it is disappointed right now that there's no federal skill draw. Hopefully it will happen very soon, and we will have more draws coming up for federal skill worker, and people who are across the globe who are looking to immigrate to Canada will be able to immigrate to Canada and live their lives here. So, but right now the only thing is to be patient and see when the draws for the federal skilled worker is being held, and let's see how it goes from there. The second, there was a disappointing news, especially for people from India. The international flights, the direct flight from India and Canada ban has been extended till 21st of September 2021, which was very disappointed, to be honest. What we were expecting was that maybe by 21st of August, the draws, the IRCC will, the Immigration and the Transportation Department will allow flights from India to be operated directly from India to Canada. But unfortunately, they have been extended for another month till 21st of September. Although there's a lot of news about it, that rumors about it, that it has been taken up to the highest level, that why the flights just from India are still been banned when other countries have more poor COVID, like more COVID rate as compared to India right now. But unfortunately, yes, the scenario right now is there is no direct flight from India. But yes, there are people who are traveling from different route to Canada. The only what you need to understand, only direct flights are not allowed to operate. But if you want to plan to come to Canada, you've already got your, say example, you've got your study permit, it's been approved, your passport has been stamped, and you want to have your classes, in-person classes in September, you can take an indirect route to Canada and fly from there. It may take around at least 2 days before you reach Canada. It may be more expensive than directly coming from a direct flight, but that is the only option available right now. So if you want to plan to come to Canada and you want to start up your education in September, then definitely you have to take that route for now. There is no other option for you if you want to come to Canada and start up your life here. But within Canada, yes, the situation has improved a lot. The cases have reduced. Most of the restrictions have been lifted. So there is no more lockdowns right now in Canada. So which is exciting, and definitely people are allowed to even go to cinemas, watch movies, and do the personal activities. But right now, yes, from outside Canada, there is still a lot of restrictions are there. Even if you are entering Canada, there are still a lot of things you need to take care of. But people who are fully vaccinated, starting from 9th of August, basically now, for America, it has already started. For USA, that you don't need to quarantine. There is no hotel accommodation required now. But and starting from 7th of September, I think it will be open to across the world, but again depending on the whole situation of COVID, which will be analyzed, I think, on those last date. But right now, as per the information received and info there, it is going to be 7th of September when all the people from other country will be able to travel to Canada. So if you have any question, again, as I'm discussing about the update, if you have any question, kindly put into your comment section here, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Any topic you want to discuss, any question you have, any scenario you want to discuss here, kindly go ahead and type your question into the comment section. Meanwhile, we are discussing those updates. And another important news I want to share is the Net Worth Immigration Solutions, as we have an office in Karnal and Kshetra, on 3rd of September. On 3rd of September, which is approximately 2-3 weeks from now, we are organizing an on-spot admission fair online, where a lot of colleges from Canada will be visiting there. So you can attend that free fair. It's a free fair. You can come along with your education document. You will get on-spot admission on that day. You need to note that day is 3rd of September at our Kurukshetra branch in Haryana. We have an on-spot admission which will be held on 3rd of September. So if you are in international students, like if you are in India right now and if you want to come to Canada and study, we have got a lot of colleges who are coming on that day. There are a lot of prizes to be won on that day. Especially you will be getting on-spot admission letter from the respective education institution. So don't miss that opportunity. Note down that date for you is 3rd of September in our Kurukshetra office. We will be organizing that. It will be I think from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The fair will be open. You can visit with your friends who have done your IELTS, who are doing IELTS. You will have a lot of opportunity to gain a lot of information about colleges and university across Canada. So do attend that fair, which will be held on 3rd of September at our Kurukshetra office. So that is for all the international students. For students who are in India right now and want to start up their education in Canada, they are invited to definitely attend that fair. And then hopefully, if you get your admission, you can start up your education in January 2022. It will be an on-spot admission fair, and a lot of colleges will be offering you on-spot admission, and then you can start up your further process, and hopefully you will be here in January and starting up your education. So yes, that is not to be missed. It's 3rd of September at our Kshetra office. So if you have your friends or family who are doing IELTS and who want to study, the most important thing is your file will be processed by an RCIC consultant, which is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, so definitely we have an authority from the Canadian High Commission to directly represent your file. We are an authorized Canadian immigration consultant here, so your file will be done from the best part. So yes, do attend this fair, and if you get your offer letter, we will be processing your visa application, and that will be processed by an regulated Canadian immigration consultant. So that is an extra advantage you have when you get your application processed and get admission through us. So you do get this dual advantage of getting admissions on the spot with no charges, and then definitely your file will be prepared and submitted by a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. So this is definitely not an opportunity to be missed. So now let's continue about the further update we are expecting here. The another news here is that Canada is planning to have a vaccine passport for international travel. I think your all the vaccination details will be linked to your passport number. It has the detail is still expected to be there, but by fall we are expecting that all the vaccine will be linked to the passport. I think number they will be linking up that the service will be provided to permanent resident, Canadian citizen, and also for temporary resident. So that will make international travel for you easier. Everybody will be aware of, like the department will be aware of that which vaccine you have took, when it was taken, and then that which and you are now fully vaccinated and you are allowed to travel. And when you come back to Canada, definitely you will not need to quarantine if you have already been fully vaccinated. So that the further update is still expected in fall, but they are expecting to start up this by fall 2021. So let's hope that let's see when it exactly comes up. Okay, then we have two news from OINP, that is Ontario Immigration Nominee Program. There are two updates from them, which were one is OINP held its in-skill demand draw this week, and the invitation was sent to the people who had a job offer in health, agriculture, and manufacturing streams. So people who had an experience or who have a job offer and who have already submitted their expression of interest to which is EOI to OINP, they all were invited under this draw. The three streams which got their IT was health, agriculture, and manufacturing stream. So if you had experience in that field, and if you had an employer who is ready to sponsor you, and if you have already created your EOI into the OINP system, then yes, these people were invited through the stream. To give you an example, people like from nursing background, from general farm labor, from machine operator, these sort of people were invited in this draw. So what you can see here is there are a lot of options available to immigrate to Canada. Express entry is just the only one way, one stream of getting into Canada through your PR options, but there are a lot of other options available. So you need to be aware of those options, and then only you will be able to figure it out that they are, you will be able to understand, like Canada has got more than 100 stream, I'll say, through which you can immigrate to Canada. So if you keep yourself informed, and if you need any information definitely about this stream, contact our office in Canada and we will be happy to assist you. So let me take a few questions which are already been posted here, and then we will go back to discussing about the live updates, the update we had from last 1 week. So we have got a lot of viewers here. So let me start up taking your questions here. Good morning, Naiza, watching here. Thank you. What is the parent visa procedure? Can they come and live forever? Oh, come on. Yes, definitely. The parents and Canada has a very unique program of parents and grandparents PR program, which is about to open in 2021 in September. It will be open for like people will be sent invite who have already submitted their expression of interest last year when the stream was open. Now 30,000 parents and grandparents will be sent in. It's a lottery system. The random people will be getting the invites, and then you will have 60 days to submit your application after that. So after that 60 days, within those 60 days, you have to submit your parents and grandparents application. And once it gets approved, which is going to take 1 to 2 years, your parents can permanently stay here with you forever. So yes, definitely to answer your question, there is a procedure where your parents can permanently or your grandparents can permanently come and stay in Canada. Then we have, hello Mr. Nayan, if you have any question, do go ahead and ask us. Hello Mohit, how are you? Then we have got an email ID. Thanks for leaving your email, but not pretty sure what exactly information you are looking forward to. If you do need some information, do contact us and we will be happy to answer them for you. Okay, then I have a question here. I am on a post-graduation work permit, and before it expired, I applied for HSW Health Pilot Applied Startup. Then I restored after expiration and got approved. I want to apply TR to PR. Is this time while on restoration counted on my experience? No. First of all, if you went under your restoration and if you are working, that was not allowed to do. If you are under restoration, you cannot work. Restoration gives you a time that you can still stay in Canada. Your file is under implied status, but implied status is actually called when you apply for the extension of your visa before the expiry of your current stay or before you go into restoration. Once you go into restoration, you are not supposed to work because you have lost your status in the country. First, you need to get the approval and go get your status back, and then only you will be able to do your work. So, if you have worked during that time when you were in the restoration, first of all, definitely that will not be counted. And secondly, to be honest, you were not supposed to work. If you have done so, you have already violated your terms and conditions of your stay in Canada. You need to be very careful about the other application you are planning to do. If you need our advice, again, I'll advise you to contact our office and we will be happy to assist you and answer further questions you have. But just to let you know here that under restoration, first of all, you're not allowed to work. And if you work, then definitely should not have happened. Then we have a question from Ravinder. Can I come to Canada after 7th September on visitor visa by a different route? Yes, Ravinder, as per the information we have right now, after 7th of September, the people can even visit Canada for non-essential purpose. It will be open. But again, you need to, before you book any ticket, I'll advise you to wait till 7th of September because that is as per the information available right now. But these can change and these can also change from country to country. So you have to be very careful before you make your travel plan because I know a lot of people who have booked their international flights, but they have not been able to travel because direct flights are not open up, and it's a big issue coming through the different route. But yes, to answer the question, it is possible that you can come, but I'll advise you don't book your ticket yet until that is been implemented. Once it's been implemented, definitely, and if India is a part of the countries which are allowed to travel, then definitely you can book your ticket and plan your trip to Canada. Thank you, Ravinder, for asking the question. When will be the next CEC? Do you need to create EOI if we are eligible for CEC? Okay, so the next CEC is expected next week, most probably because there was no CEC draw being held this week. So we are expecting that it will happen next Thursday. So almost roughly a week from now, there should be another ECE. Another thing is EOI. Okay, now I think there's a confusion here. EOI is not based expression of interest. Basically, when you're applying for CEC, you need your profile under Express Entry Stream. EOI term is usually used when you're applying for a Provincial Nominee Program. For example, as I just told you in this session, there was a draw held by OINP under which health, agriculture and manufacturing stream people were invited to apply for the PNP. Under that program, first you have to create your EOI profile, expression of interest to that province, and then you get your invite. But when you want to apply for a Canadian experience class, basically you need to create your express entry profile. You can say it also to be an expression of interest, but just to differentiate here, there's a different EOI is usually used for OINP streams, and for CEC it's better like we should use it. We have to create an express entry profile. Once you are into the pool, whenever the next draw happens or hell, definitely you will be once that happens, and then if the score is equal to or higher than what the draw was, definitely you will get your ITA and you can go ahead and submit your application after that. Then we have Ravi Kashyap. Hope I've answered your question. Ravi, good evening, sir. I'm living in Delhi. Yes. Okay, so you're living in Delhi. Yes, Ravinder, as I just answered, I think I've already answered your question here that just make sure before you book your ticket, before you make any travel plan, just make sure that the travel restrictions are properly been lifted and you have been fully vaccinated. That's another most important thing you need to understand. You will need to be fully vaccinated before you're allowed to travel to Canada, even after 7th of September. So make sure you are fully vaccinated before you make any of your travel plan and make your trip to Canada. Okay, as we were discussing about the OINP draw we held this week, the another update from OINP is that the masters and the post and the PhD graduate stream, the both has been now been the people can submit their EOI. Again, we are coming back to that EOI section here. Now create the expression of interest into the OINP stream. These stream, just to give you a background about this stream, ONP initially till last year was first come first serve, but now from starting of 2021 they have created this EOI system which is called expression of interest. So if you have an employer or if your occupation is in demand in Ontario, you need to create an EOI profile But definitely you also need to have a job offer from an employer, and once you have that, once you have in your EOI, then whenever the next draw is held, like it was held this week, you will get your invites. But like this was a specific draw where health, agriculture, manufacturing people were invited, but the draws does happen at different time, so you have to make sure that you are aware of it. But right now, just the update is that the master and postgraduate stream, which was still not being a part of this stream, are now being included. So if you have done your masters from Ontario, or if you've done your PhD from Ontario, you directly qualify for the stream. Make sure, if you have done so, create your profile as soon as possible, because the chances are very soon there will be a draw which will be held under the stream. So make sure you have your profile into the pool, because you are now allowed to make up a profile or create your EOI. So make sure that you have get that in place. So whenever the next draw is been held, you have been invited depending on what score you had under your EOI. Then we have another question. If I stay 156 in any country, then I need PCC while PR. No, if you have stayed more than 183 days, which is 6 months, so then definitely yes, you need a PCC. But if it was less than 6 months, then you don't need a PCC for the country if you are applying for PR. So I hope I have answered your question here. So then we have for OINP, job offer is mandatory to apply for EY. Is that correct? See, most of the OINP stream, it depends on which OINP we are applying under, but most of the OINP stream does have a job offer. Example, international graduate stream, you need to have a job offer. Foreign worker stream, you need to have a job offer. Through this in skill demand list, you need to have a job offer. So these three streams, you need a job offer. Now, when I was discussing about master and PhD graduate stream, under that you don't need a job offer. As far as you have a master from Ontario, and if you have a PhD from Ontario, you directly qualify for this stream without having a job offer. So it does depend, Gagan, on what stream, under which stream we are applying. But in most of the Ontario stream, the job offer is required. Then we have a question for Amarjeet Desai. I was apply on PNP in Alberta, and I was created CEC. Also now I got invitation from Alberta Express Entry, but still I didn't get any email from ANP how many days it will take. Amarjeet, to be honest, right now to predict the time frame of any application is very difficult. Because of this pandemic, I think the processing time has gone almost double, or even in few circumstances we have taken is taking more than 3-4 times the usual application processing time before pandemic, or before post pre-pandemic. But right now, it's very hard to predict any application time frame. The applications are taking longer than usual. But in a lot of cases, we have seen, especially in the express entry class, where people have applied for the CEC, we are getting PR almost every day now, and they were applied. Those cases were applied between 2 months or 2 months, 3 months from now, and we still have few cases under pipeline which are still not been decided, which were applied few years, like 1.5 year ago, beginning of January 2021. So they are still under process. But the application we applied a couple of months ago, say May, June, they have, most of them have even got the results and got their PR approved. So again, as I said, it's very hard to predict the time right now, but be patient. Definitely, you should expect to hear back from them as soon as possible. So let me take a couple of more updates and few more questions before we take up the session further. So the other update was from the British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program. There was a tech draw being held by British Columbia. So just to give you an update, British Columbia always very frequently have this tech draw. Initially it was a temporary stream, but now they have made this a permanent stream. And mostly, almost every month, I think twice even a month, they have been sending people with tech experience. So if you are a techie guy, if you are somewhere outside Canada and you want to immigrate, BC could be an option for you. BC could definitely be an option for you, because once you apply for that, for under that stream, chances are you will be getting your job. Basically, you need to have a job offer in that under this program, and then only you will get your BC invite. But this BC Tech draw is a permanent draw now, which has been held by BC almost once, at least in a month, and people have been invited under this draw. There are certain NOC knock under which stream you can apply, or you have been invited. Although the numbers are not very high always, like this draw only had 51 people were invited, so it depends. onto the draw, from draw to different draw. But yes, it is one of the regular draw being held by PNP, and it is the most popular draw I think right now, and especially for people who are from tech background, they are being invited under this draw. So talking about the update, these were the major update we had in the last 1 week from IRCC, and as I said, there was no express entry draw from the last two. In this week, there were a couple of PNP only. This happened. There was nothing happening from Saskatchewan, Manitoba, or other provinces this week. Last week they had, when we have had a last week session, definitely there were more PNP draw which we discussed. But this time we only had a draw from OINP and PNP. So there were only two draws being held. But still, if you look at the numbers we have already achieved this year through Express Entry, although it's just current experience class, but the number of people who have been invited to apply for PR has still exceeded any, like till now. I think this is the highest number of IT been issued in 2021 as compared to any previous year, or even if you compare the first 8 months to the previous year, since this draw was started in 2015, I think this is the number of IT has been still the highest till date. So, which is obviously exciting. I know people who are waiting for the federal skilled worker draw are still waiting, and they are not being able to get an invite and make up their file, submit their file, and definitely come and stay in Canada. I hope by 2021, we were hoping that maybe 2021, first half, we will be, I think we will be in a better situation. But right now, it seems like 2021, the situation is almost going to be the same. Hopefully, by 2022, now in the first part of 22, first quarter of 22, things are much better. We are back to the normal, although it seems a bit right now scary to think about when the normal situation will come. It may take another year or so, but yes, till then the immigration industry, or even the whole travel industry is will be in setback, and there will be a lot of restrictions still around there. Hopefully that we are out of this scenario soon, and we are back in our free world. But till then, we have to live with it and see how the systems are working. So those were the update we had in the last 1 week. I've already discussed about that, I think, and I've answered all the questions here. So let me wrap up the session. And before I wrap up, just to let all the people know here, everybody who, if you want to come to study in Canada in January intake, we are organizing an on-spot admission fair at our Kurukshetra branch in Haryana, which will be held on 3rd of September. And definitely, if you are willing to plan to come to Canada, that will be a place to visit that day. Then, as I said, the file will be submitted by an RCIC consultant, so that is an important add-on advantage when you submit your study permit application, because we are a regulated Canadian immigration consultant here, and we have been authorized by Canadian High Commission to represent your cases directly with IRCC. So, obviously, as I said, just visit. And even if you're in Canada right now, and if you're looking for any college admission, if you want to change your program, if you want to start up a new program, contact our office in Canada, and definitely we will be happy to assist you in those admission process. We don't charge any consultation fees for admission. In fact, there is a short-term offer we have right now. We do offer $250 cashback scheme, which is open now because of COVID. And you can, if you take admission through us, you will be getting those $250 cashback if you are in Canada and applying for your admission through us for any of the colleges across Canada. So that is a very good advantage and a very good promotion we have right now, and that is just because of only through COVID. So once we are out of this, definitely that scheme will end. Right now, yes, if you are looking for an admission for fall 2021, you are in Canada looking for another year of program, or you want to start a new program, contact our office and we will be happy to assist you with that too. So on that note, I think we can wrap up this session now. So thank you all for joining this session. Hopefully we will see you all next Friday, same time. Till then, definitely you can, if there's any update, you can, if you have not liked our Facebook page yet, like our Facebook page, and you will have all the updates you're looking at from Canada, from all the province through Express Entry are being regularly updated on our stream. So definitely that will be, you can look into that. So before we have a question here, before we say goodbye, I have a profile in Express Entry, but my points are 344. I have 1 year experience in B category. Will there be a draw for that less? Okay, I think after 75 draw, the lowest draw being held is 357. if I'm not mistaken, that is the lowest, second lowest after 75, which was held this year. So 344 is the 7 to 8 point higher than what like lower than 357. And Vishal, the way the things are, you never know, because last draw was only four went higher to 404, but the number of ITs were only 3,000. And if there is no further federal skill draw coming up, then the chance you can expect anything. We have seen 75 point, which is the lowest, and which nobody could have even imagined. They all were invited under this draw. Then definitely 354 to answer the question. Nothing is impossible right now. What I can feel is if there are no further federal skill worker draw coming up in the coming month, then the score may drop down further. But let's see. The next draw will give us an idea about where we are heading to. Next draw will be next week, and next week we will have a better update. If the draw goes low, chances are that it may go low again too. But we have to see what will be the next draw, and then we can see how it goes. Thank you, Vishal. I hope I was able to answer your question and give you a lot of confidence here. So best of luck with your application. If you need any assistance or help, definitely we can help you in that too. So thank you all viewers for joining this session. We will be again live next Friday at Eastern Standard Time, 11 o'clock, and at Indian Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Till then, goodbye. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, and see you all next week. Till then, goodbye. Tata.